Oh, I found the hardware box.
I worked about 3 hours putting all those together.
We got junk everywhere except the parts we need. All right, we're trying to put together this Harley case with a Ultima crank in it. What'd you have in here? Looks like an Ultima.
Balanced.
Ultima crank. S&S heads and rocker boxes.
H-beam.
Who's selling this? This look like Harley.
Yep, Harley cylinders.
Harley cylinders. Pig in a poke. So I've got a bunch of junk you've been collecting for how many years? So we're trying to find the parts. All right, so we finally found the keys. I had to find them because we couldn't find them. You get the bevel oil pump gear goes in here. So bevel goes in, flat goes out. The reason it's bevel is because there's a fillet over here on the crank. If you put the flat side in there, it might not go on far enough. In the real world it does, but it's best if you do it this way. Some of the later gears are, aftermarket gears, a lot of them bevel on both sides, doesn't matter how it goes. Some dumbass told me if you reverse it like that, it turns the opposite direction. Do you see how the keys go backwards now? What if I flip it upside down? Does it make a difference?
None.
Absolutely none. Dumbasses. That's why you don't believe shit you see on the internet. Oh, spacer. You know where the spacer goes?
Yeah.
Where?
Spacer goes on the pinion shaft.
It goes right after you put the gear on. You know what the spacer does?
Holds off the cam drive gear.
It keeps it pinning the back side of the cam gear. You got another key that goes in there like that. You got a cam gear. Otherwise known as a pinion gear. Okay, this is the late one because see it's only half thread or half all the way across. And the early one would be full. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. So this is a late motor. What year is late?
94 and later. 92 and later.
Nope. 77, mid-year. 54 to 77, 77 to what year?
99.
89. They went to a one-piece crank after that. And then they had those stupid slip-on gears with a T-key that always fall off, or break, or spin. Okay, so this goes on there like that. This the gear we're going to use? Here, I'm going to charge it that now. Time to work. You got your torque wrench?
Mm-hmm.
What's the torque?
Tatro tight.
This turns backwards. When it quits moving, it's tight. In my case, when it slows down, it's tight because that has 200-something pound of torque on it. Okay, that's assembled. Is it on there straight? Is it straight? Or is it wobbly?
Looks pretty straight to me. It was.
Can't tell until you rotate it.
True at.
And we're not looking at the gear, we're looking at the gear. Is the gear wobbling or is it going straight? Look at it from this angle. Is it going up and down? Is it turning straight?
Pretty friggin' straight.
It must be straight. Okay, that means it's not bottomed out on the key on there sideways. You get that? This is a washer. This is another washer. Big fat washer goes on here because this is a late case. Correct? The early case has a bat wings on the side of it.
I got that one too.
Now you notice how this one here, when you push it in there, it slides in up as you go. It has a big radius fillet in here.
So you can use either on this case or just the.
Barely. See how it's got that big radius fillet in there?
Mm-hmm.
So this washer might be too big because this is late shit. This is for breather head motors, 93 type crap.
This is what he's talking about, the batwing style, which is what actually came out of this motor.
When you shove this thing all the way down, see, you push it down, see how it shoves up?
Mm-hmm.
Fill it. As long as you can still see that bearing on the bottom, and the washer's flat, you're good. If it was up here higher like this, it'd be bad, because then it wouldn't go in. Now, this one here, flat spot goes toward the rear, because see the lifter's over here? That clears the lifter. If you put it on like this, the lifter will hit it. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
This is not clean either, I can tell, because it's dirty.
You can tell because it's dirty.
Yeah. Now, see how when you put this one in there, it goes flat. See, it's the same way. But the difference between this one is this one will not rotate. So it's actually a thrust plate. It doesn't rotate. This one here, it's free to rotate. So it's not a thrust plate. It's just on the washer eating up on the case. So if you want to protect your bearing and your case from rotation, you use this one, which is the correct one because this is an earlier motor. This is a 91 and earlier motor, right?
This engine, this motorcycle started life as a 1990 FXRS lowrider convertible.
Yeah,
the cases were sent back to Harley Davidson.
See how this washer here goes up here? And it eats up that washer. And if you have this round washer in there, they're free independently to spin independently of each other. This one here cannot rotate. It can only, this one here does all the rotation. So this is a better design, but guess what? Which one costs more to make?
Batwing.
Which one does Harley like?
Harley likes the cheaper one, so that would be the one that
they like the cheapest crap they can get.
Yes, they do.
They're always about saving a penny someplace.
The Batwing is extra machine work.
Yes, it is.
Machining the wings, machining the flat spot to clear the lifter block.
And it requires more work to put in because you actually have to put it in correctly. That means someone
has to think.
That means somebody has to have two fingers to do it like that. This one here, you can just do it with a robot. Slams in there, you're done. Because they do everything with automation these days. They're trying to make a throwaway piece of crap like a twin cam. Okay, that goes on there. Do you know what thickness we need yet?
No.
Good. Do you know what cam we have here? It's a D.
It's the S&S D grind.
Never heard of it.
Brand new. It's somewhere around a 600 lift cam.
Never had a D. This is a crank gear here, though.
Yeah, it was one of my gears you and I pressed on about 3 years ago.
Hopefully it's in the right spot. It goes like that. Here, it's assembled. Is that where it goes?
That is.
I don't think so. Because none of the marks line up.
The timing marks aren't lined up. We're not at that spot yet.
Doesn't go there then. Where's your marks at?
Spin that crank.
You mean this mark over here?
Yep.
You want that to be up? Like over here where it's supposed to be?
Oop, pop that back in.
Are you jamming shit in there sideways again? Your marks out here.
Close.
Close. You don't like that one? How about that one?
I like that. And the other mark, the second mark is going to be for your breather gear, which we are not going to use.
You got a reed breather.
We're going to put a S&S reed breather in, so it eliminates the second mark on the timing.
Reed breather on the early motor. Where's this filthy cam back over here? I got rid of that cam. How many cams you got? You got another cam you brought out.
I got a bunch of cams.
We're only using this one though, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's the only one we need. Okay, so now we got that in there. Where's your gasket?
I think you need to supply the gasket. I couldn't find it.
I need to supply a gasket. What do you think this is around here? Can I use this one right here?
Yep. That one's brand new.
I new to you?
Brand new to you. Used to me. I had a multitude of covers.
We determine which cover we're using yet.
Yeah, we're just going to go with my old Ratty. This is the original cover for that motor. It's got new bushings, missing bolts, but the old cover has brand new bushings. We did these a couple years ago. It's ugly, but it makes the thing look like a sleeper. It makes it a sleeper.
The crap falling out. Alright, so this here is a breather cam cover. It's a non-breather cam cover. So this is 93 and lighter. This is 73 to, what year?
89.
92. So this is 93. So between 89 and 93, there's nothing? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh.
They're calling this 86.
Yep, it's 73 through 92. 93, that's a non-breather. This is called a breather. See how it's got a hole in it?
Mm-hmm.
That means it's functional. If that hole is solid right there, it's a non-functional. In the late cases, this isn't even in here. It's just open. Looks like the cover, just open. Now we have an option. We can use either one because Ultima, when they made their cranks, put a longer snout on it. Early snouts are only this long. Late ones are that long. So we have the option. We can run either cover. You can look at the difference in height here. See, that's an 1/8 inch down from there to there. See, that one's like 3/8 down. So that means you need a 1/4 inch more. And we have another 1/4 inch right here. Now, if you didn't have that extra shaft, you put that on there, then you only have half the shaft in the bushing. Not the best. So we have an option. We can do either lower breather or upper breather. Okay, this one here, it's got a little bit of looseness on the cam.
No cam bushing in that cover.
It's got a groove in it though.
That one needed to be what, you know.
It's got a groovy.
That one needed to be serviced.
That has a groovy one. Okay, this one here. Appears to have everything in it. It needs to be clean because somebody left it dirty. Okay, we need some screws. Any idea what screws you need? Where's the screws that fill out?
I just throw them back in there.
What are these? These are the right screws?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? I know more screws. Get some more screws. Coming through. With my heater shutting off. Cold out.